Have you ever stopped to think that dogs see the world in a completely different way than we do? More than that, they seem to have a sixth sense that connects them to realities that we humans can barely perceive. With 12 incredible abilities, our four-legged friends prove to be true spiritual and sensory guides. The nature of the canine's sixth sense. When we talk about a dog's sixth sense, we are referring to an ability that goes beyond the 5 traditional senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. This extra perception seems to be a unique combination of heightened instincts, sensory sensitivities, and a deep connection with the environment. Dogs frequently exhibit behaviors that leave us intrigued, such as reacting to invisible changes in their surroundings or predicting situations before they occur. For example, there are accounts of dogs becoming agitated before storms or earthquakes, even when there are no physical signs evident to humans. These intriguing behaviors are attributed to a sixth sense that, while difficult to measure, is widely recognized by scientists, dog owners, and animal behavior specialists. Additionally, this ability isn't limited to physical environmental changes. Many owners report that their dogs seem to sense their emotional states with surprising accuracy. Whether it's an especially stressful day or a moment of happiness, dogs adjust their behavior to reflect what they perceive. This emotional connection demonstrates how a dog's sixth sense goes beyond what is visible or audible. Some studies suggest this sensitivity may be related to their ability to read microexpressions, subtle variations in tone of voice, or chemical changes in the human body detected by their highly developed sense of smell. However, this doesn't fully explain episodes where dogs react to something that seems beyond our comprehension, such as energy shifts or spiritual presences. This ability transcends known science, opening the door to reflections on the spiritual connection dogs may have with their owners and the environment. They seem to operate on an intuitive level, where their reactions are guided not only by instincts but by a perception that defies logic. Get ready, because we're about to explore how dogs perceive subtle energies and how this influences their behavior and interactions with the world around them. Perception of subtle energies. Dogs possess a unique ability to perceive what we call subtle energies. These energies, often imperceptible to humans, appear to be connected to emotional states, environmental vibrations, and even spiritual presences. To understand this extraordinary sensitivity, we need to look at how dogs interact with the world around them. If you've ever noticed your dog behaving unusually in certain places or around specific people, it may reflect this capability. Many owners report that their dogs avoid certain areas of the house or become restless in emotionally charged environments. This behavior suggests they may detect something beyond what we can see or hear. Science attempts to explain this sensitivity as a combination of instincts and heightened senses. For example, a dog's sense of smell, far more acute than a human's, can detect chemical compounds associated with emotions like fear or stress. Similarly, their exceptional hearing can pick up subtle changes in tone of voice that reveal someone's emotional state. However, not everything can be scientifically explained. There are cases where dogs react to seemingly empty spaces, staring fixedly or showing signs of discomfort, such as growling or barking. This raises the possibility that they perceive presences or energies invisible to us. Some spiritual traditions believe that dogs have the ability to connect with energetic dimensions, acting as guardians who alert their owners to negative or dangerous influences. A common example is dogs' behavior in places with intense emotional energy, such as hospitals or cemeteries. Reports of dogs showing uneasiness or even avoiding these spaces reinforce the idea that they sense residual energies left by past events. Additionally, some dogs seem to protect their owners during moments of emotional vulnerability, positioning themselves between them and what they interpret as a threat, whether physical or energetic. This perception of subtle energies is a fascinating ability that challenges us to view dogs not merely as pets but as beings deeply connected to the universe and its energetic flow. It raises an even more intriguing question: could dogs act as bridges between the material and spiritual worlds? Now, let's dive into this idea by exploring dogs' relationship with the spiritual world and how they may be sensitive to presences beyond our understanding. Sensitivity to the spiritual world. The connection between dogs and the spiritual world is a topic that intrigues both researchers and animal lovers. There's something almost mystical about the way these animals perceive and react to things that escape our perception. Some believe that dogs act as bridges between the physical and spiritual worlds, a hypothesis supported by numerous accounts of unusual behavior in situations involving non-material presences or energies. Many dog owners have witnessed moments when their pets appear to fix their gaze on an empty spot, as if observing something or someone invisible. In these instances, it's common for dogs to exhibit behaviors like growling, barking, or even retreating from the area. These reactions fuel the idea that they may perceive spiritual presences or manifestations beyond our senses. Although there isn't a definitive scientific explanation for this, some theories suggest that this sensitivity may be tied to a combination of their sense of smell, hearing, and intuition. For instance, dogs might detect subtle changes in temperature, environmental vibrations, or low-frequency sounds associated with spiritual activity. However, these material explanations don't account for everything. In spiritual contexts, dogs are believed to be natural protectors, capable of identifying negative presences or dense energies. Some claim that dogs instinctively react to protect their owners from harmful spiritual influences, acting as energetic guardians. There are even accounts of dogs positioning themselves between their owners and these presences, as if blocking any harmful energy. Emblematic cases strengthen this view. Stories of dogs becoming particularly agitated in haunted places or where traumatic events occurred are common. Other accounts describe dogs staying close to people during emotionally or spiritually vulnerable moments, offering not just comfort but also an inexplicable sense of security. Moreover, some believe that dogs can act as mediators between the physical and spiritual worlds. For example, certain spiritual traditions hold that dogs can sense the presence of spirits of departed loved ones, reacting calmly and peacefully as if aware that the presence poses no threat. This spiritual connection invites us to question how much we still don't understand about the invisible bonds connecting us to the universe. And if dogs can sense what lies beyond matter, what else might they perceive about us? They can detect changes and even illnesses in the human body, offering a unique perspective on their role in our lives. Let's explore this next. Detection of diseases and changes in the human body. Dogs have a superpower that surpasses any modern technological ability, their sense of smell. They can detect diseases and changes in the human body with astonishing precision, something that fascinates both science and those who live with these incredible animals. The secret lies in their highly developed sense of smell, capable of identifying chemical substances in concentrations so minute they would be imperceptible to us. Studies show that dogs can be trained to detect signs of cancer, diabetes, epilepsy, and other medical conditions purely by scent. For example, in the case of cancer, tumor cells release specific chemical compounds that dogs can identify. There are stories of dogs, without training, persistently sniffing an area of their owner's body, later discovered to contain a malignant tumor in exactly that spot. In cases of diabetes, dogs can detect changes in body odor caused by fluctuations in blood sugar levels. This makes them invaluable as medical alert dogs, capable of warning their owners in time to take necessary action, preventing severe situations like hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia. Another remarkable ability is their capacity to predict epileptic seizures. Although science hasn't yet provided a definitive explanation, it's believed that dogs detect subtle changes in the human body that precede a seizure, such as chemical alterations in breath or skin. Many of these dogs are trained to alert their owners minutes before an episode, giving them time to find safety. What makes this ability even more special is that it isn't limited to trained dogs. Many accounts involve household dogs that spontaneously began alerting their owners to health changes. They sniff, lick, or display atypical behaviors, drawing attention to something only they can perceive. Beyond serious illnesses, dogs can also pick up on minor changes in the human body, such as signs of stress or infections. This occurs because our bodies emit subtle scents that vary according to our state of health. The emotional bond between dogs and humans intensifies this perception, making them particularly attuned to any indication that something is amiss. This ability goes beyond science. It reminds us how deeply connected dogs are to us, both physically and emotionally. They not only detect problems but also comfort and accompany us during difficult moments, reinforcing the unique role they play in our lives. But the extraordinary senses of dogs don't stop there. They have equally impressive abilities when it comes to perceiving their environment. In the next topic, we'll explore how dogs detect changes in the Earth's magnetic field and what this reveals about their sensitivity to nature. Sensitivity to magnetic changes and navigation. Among the extraordinary abilities of dogs, one of the most intriguing is their sensitivity to the Earth's magnetic field. Like some birds and other animal species, dogs appear to possess a sixth sense for geography, enabling them to detect subtle changes in the magnetic field and use them to orient themselves in space. This remarkable capacity explains why many dogs can find their way home, even in unfamiliar territories or after traveling long distances. Research indicates that dogs can sense the Earth's magnetic field through a biological mechanism that is not yet fully understood. Some scientists suggest this ability is linked to specific structures in their cells, such as iron particles that act as internal compasses, helping them perceive directions and navigate with precision. This sensitivity may also be related to how dogs choose locations for certain activities. A study published in the scientific journal Frontiers in Zoology revealed that many dogs align their bodies along the north-south axis of the Earth's magnetic field when relieving themselves. This seemingly simple yet systematic behavior reinforces the idea that dogs have an instinctive magnetic perception influencing their daily decisions. Additionally, there are accounts of dogs finding their way home after becoming lost, crossing unknown terrains and even facing adverse weather conditions. While factors like smell and visual memory play a role, this impressive navigation ability also seems to rely on their sensitivity to terrestrial magnetism, allowing them to adjust their movements based on information beyond our senses. This magnetic connection not only aids in navigation but may also influence dogs' behavior in specific situations. Evidence suggests that changes in the Earth's magnetic field, such as those occurring before earthquakes or solar eruptions, can trigger unusual reactions in dogs, like restlessness or atypical behaviors. This connection suggests they are deeply attuned to the natural forces shaping our planet. This magnetic ability, fascinating in itself, is another reminder of how dogs are not only connected to their immediate surroundings but also to the planet's larger energetic and natural patterns. In the next topic, we'll explore a complementary ability, dogs' capacity to predict natural events like storms and earthquakes, even before visible signs appear. Prediction of natural events. Dogs possess a remarkable ability to predict natural events, such as storms and earthquakes, before any sign becomes perceptible to humans. This skill is widely reported by dog owners and frequently documented in situations involving natural disasters, sparking the curiosity of scientists and animal enthusiasts. Before a storm, for instance, it's common to observe dogs displaying unusual behaviors, such as pacing, seeking shelter, barking, or even hiding. These behaviors can be attributed to their sensitivity to environmental changes, such as shifts in atmospheric pressure, increased static electricity in the air, or even the sound of thunder in frequencies beyond human hearing. In the case of earthquakes, dogs' behavior becomes even more impressive. There are countless accounts of dogs acting strangely minutes or even hours before an earthquake occurs. They may show signs of anxiety, attempt to leave the house, or alert their owners with persistent barking. Researchers suggest this ability may be related to their perception of ground vibrations or changes in the Earth's magnetic field, both precursors to seismic activity. Although there isn't yet a definitive scientific explanation, this capacity to predict natural events likely results from a combination of highly developed senses and deeply ingrained survival instincts. Dogs can pick up extremely subtle signals, such as low-frequency sounds emitted by tectonic plates in motion, ground vibrations, or even chemical changes in the air associated with climatic phenomena. Beyond science, this ability is often interpreted as a demonstration of dogs' connection to natural and spiritual forces. In some cultures, dogs are seen as spiritual guides, capable of sensing disasters and protecting those under their care. This belief reflects the unique role dogs play as intuitive and sensitive companions, always attentive to their surroundings. The ability to predict natural events is further proof of how dogs are deeply connected to the world around them. They not only detect subtle changes but often attempt to warn their owners, reinforcing the importance of paying attention to the signals they give us. In the next topic, we'll explore another impressive ability: how dogs perceive human emotions and adjust their behavior to offer comfort and emotional support. Sensitivity to human emotions. Dogs have an extraordinary ability to pick up on our emotions, often before we are even fully aware of them ourselves. This sensitivity is one of the reasons dogs are considered such special companions. They seem to understand our emotional states through subtle cues like body language, tone of voice, and even chemical changes in our bodies. When a human is sad, a dog may approach, lie down beside them, or even offer a comforting lick. These behaviors demonstrate how deeply they connect to our emotional states. Scientific studies suggest that dogs can detect hormonal variations, such as increased cortisol levels associated with stress, or elevated endorphins related to happiness. Moreover, dogs adjust their behavior based on the emotions they perceive. For instance, during moments of joy, they may be more playful and energetic, while in times of sadness, they tend to be calmer and more present. This ability to read our emotions is so finely tuned that many dogs can sense signs of anxiety or depression in their owners, offering comfort in ways that transcend words. Dogs also observe our body language with remarkable attention. Something as simple as crossed arms, a deep sigh, or a change in posture can signal to a dog that something is different. They use these visual and auditory cues to adjust their response, often becoming a silent source of emotional support. What makes this ability even more special is the deep emotional bond they establish with us. This bond isn't merely instinctual, it's built over time through companionship, trust, and love. As a result, dogs can sense not only what is happening in the moment but also anticipate our emotional needs, often intuitively. This empathetic instinct isn't limited to their owners. Many dogs demonstrate sensitivity to the emotions of other people, which explains why therapy dogs are so successful in hospitals, nursing homes, and schools. They don't need to understand verbal language to provide comfort; their presence alone is enough to create a calming and welcoming environment. This sensitivity to human emotions underscores how deeply dogs are connected to our inner world. In the next topic, we'll explore another dimension of this connection: how they detect negative intentions or feelings of fear in the people around them. Detection of negative intentions and fear. Dogs have an instinctive ability to perceive negative intentions or emotions like fear in the people around them. This sensitivity can be seen as a reflection of their protective nature and their capacity to read subtle cues in human behavior. Dogs carefully observe body language, tone of voice, and even minute changes in facial expressions. Something as simple as a nervous movement or a defensive posture can be enough for them to identify a potential threat. This ability is part of what makes them such reliable guardians. They can sense danger even before their owners are aware of it. Beyond body language, dogs also detect changes in human scent associated with negative emotions. When we are afraid, for example, our bodies release hormones like adrenaline, which alter the smell of our skin and sweat. This odor is imperceptible to us but easily detected by a dog's highly refined sense of smell. This capacity to identify negative intentions isn't limited to extreme situations. In everyday encounters, many dogs show discomfort or even hostility when interacting with people who are emotionally unbalanced or exhibiting disguised hostility. Conversely, they tend to be more relaxed and receptive around individuals with genuinely positive intentions. This behavior is widely utilized in security contexts, such as the training of police and guard dogs. They can identify suspects in crowds, reacting to behavioral signals that indicate an intention to cause harm. However, even domestic dogs exhibit this ability, protecting their homes and families from potential threats. Beyond their protective instinct, many dogs demonstrate a genuine desire to comfort those who feel fear or anxiety. Rather than merely avoiding people with negative energy, some dogs approach them as a way to provide calm, showcasing the empathy we so deeply value in them. The ability of dogs to detect negative intentions and fear is a testament to how their sensory abilities are profoundly connected to our emotional world. This connection reminds us that they not only live alongside us but actively participate in our experiences, offering protection and comfort when we need it most. In the next topic, we'll explore how this sensitivity extends to climatic changes, revealing another fascinating layer of their extraordinary perception. Sensitivity to climatic changes. Dogs have an impressive ability to detect climatic changes or variations in the weather before they become evident to humans. This skill is something many owners have observed, especially in situations such as an approaching storm, sudden temperature shifts, or even more extreme phenomena. Before a storm, it's common for dogs to exhibit unusual behaviors. They may appear restless, seek shelter, bark, or even hide. These reactions are attributed to their sensitivity to a range of environmental factors that escape human perception. For example, dogs can detect changes in atmospheric pressure, one of the earliest signs of impending weather changes. Additionally, their highly developed sense of smell allows them to pick up specific scents in the air, such as increased humidity or chemical compounds released before rain. This explains why some dogs begin acting differently even before visible signs of weather changes, such as dark clouds or thunder. Another fascinating explanation is their sensitivity to static electricity and sound vibrations that occur before climatic events. During storms, for instance, the atmosphere becomes electrically charged, which can be uncomfortable for dogs. They can also hear thunder at frequencies we cannot, enhancing their early detection of the phenomenon. There are also cases of dogs displaying similar behaviors before extreme events like hurricanes or snowstorms. These reports indicate that their perception goes beyond the ordinary, stemming from a combination of heightened senses and natural instincts. This ability to predict climatic changes may be a remnant of their wild ancestors, who relied on such capabilities to survive in hostile environments. Interestingly, this sensitivity isn't limited to major events. Many dogs also react to subtle climatic changes, such as the arrival of a cold front or a sudden temperature increase. These often subtle behaviors are a reminder of how deeply dogs are connected to their surroundings. This sensitivity to climatic changes reinforces the idea that dogs don't just coexist with us, they are attentive partners who perceive invisible signals from the natural world. In the next topic, we'll explore how they pick up ultrasonic frequencies, an ability that explains many of the curious behaviors they display in daily life. Ultrasonic hearing, detecting sounds beyond human perception. Dogs possess incredibly sensitive hearing, capable of detecting sounds at frequencies far beyond human capabilities. While we can hear up to approximately 20,000 Hz, dogs can perceive sounds up to 75,000 Hz or more, enabling them to detect ultrasonic frequencies that are completely inaudible to us. This ability plays an important role in their behavior and can explain some seemingly inexplicable reactions. For example, have you ever seen your dog tilt its head or react to something that appeared non-existent? Often, this happens because they are hearing sounds at frequencies we simply cannot detect. Dogs may pick up these sounds in various everyday situations. Electronic devices such as televisions, sensors, or ultrasound machines can emit high-frequency sounds that are inaudible to us but highly perceptible to them. This might explain why some dogs become restless or even uncomfortable in certain environments, even when everything seems silent to us. This sensitivity to ultrasonic hearing also has practical applications. Many training tools use whistles that emit high-frequency sounds designed to capture a dog's attention without bothering humans. Additionally, in search and rescue contexts, this ability allows dogs to locate people or objects in emergencies by focusing on faint or distant sounds. Another fascinating area where this hearing manifests is in their interaction with other animals. Many small animals, such as rodents and bats, emit ultrasonic sounds that dogs can hear, potentially triggering behaviors like curiosity or alertness. This ability likely stems from their hunting instincts inherited from ancestors. However, while this sensitivity is useful, it can also be challenging. High-frequency sounds can be uncomfortable or even stressful for some dogs, depending on the intensity and source. For this reason, it's important to observe their behavior and identify if something in the environment might be bothering them. Dogs' ultrasonic hearing reminds us how attuned they are to the world around them, perceiving details that completely escape our awareness. In the next topic, we'll explore another fascinating sense, their ability to see ultraviolet light, enabling dogs to view the world in ways that go beyond our visual perception. Ultraviolet vision, a world beyond the visible. Dogs have a unique way of seeing the world, one that opens doors to dimensions invisible to the human eye. Among their most surprising abilities is their capacity to perceive ultraviolet, UV, light, a part of the light spectrum that lies beyond the reach of human vision. This visual peculiarity grants dogs a unique perception of their surroundings, allowing them to detect details we cannot see. Humans have 3 types of cone cells in their eyes, which enable us to perceive red, blue, and green. Dogs, however, possess only 2, meaning their color vision is more limited, somewhat akin to colorblindness in humans. Yet what they lack in color perception, they compensate for with the ability to detect ultraviolet light. This ability may explain certain curious behaviors, such as their fascination with specific objects or areas. Substances like urine and bodily fluids, which reflect UV light, become visible to dogs, helping them identify trails and information about other animals. This heightened perception is a survival trait inherited from their ancestors, allowing them to track prey or avoid threats in the wild. Additionally, UV vision enables dogs to see patterns or markings on plants, flowers, or even human skin that are invisible to us. For instance, certain flowers reflect UV light to attract pollinators, something dogs can also perceive. This ability may even help them detect changes in their owner's appearance, such as a minor bruise or scar. While still a developing area of research, it's believed that UV vision also aids in navigation and environmental recognition. By detecting additional details in low-light conditions, dogs can move effortlessly through dark or dimly lit spaces, something we might mistakenly attribute to instinct or intuition. This extraordinary ability underscores how dogs experience the world in a fundamentally different way than we do. Their visual perception is enriched by details we completely overlook, granting them an expanded view of reality. This capability invites us to reflect on how much we still have to learn about canine senses. In the next topic, we'll delve into one of the most mysterious and speculative ideas, the potential connection dogs have with the cosmos and how they may be attuned to universal energies. Connection to the cosmos, universal energy, and canine intuition. Among all the extraordinary abilities of dogs, one of the most mysterious and speculative is their supposed connection to the cosmos. Although no definitive scientific evidence exists, many accounts and theories suggest that dogs may be attuned to universal energies, astral phenomena, and even celestial events. This idea resonates deeply with those who see dogs not merely as pets but as beings spiritually connected to the universe. Dogs are known for their sensitivity to changes in their environment, which may include cosmic phenomena such as moon phases, planetary alignments, or magnetic events caused by solar storms. Some people report their dogs displaying unusual behaviors, such as restlessness or introspection, during full moons or eclipses. These events, which alter the Earth's energies, seem to influence canine behavior in some way. Additionally, some believe that dogs have a special connection to energetic flows beyond our understanding. This energetic perception can be observed in how they react to specific spaces or moments, as if they are sensing vibrations that transcend the physical plane. This reinforces the idea that dogs may be more aligned with the natural energies of the planet and the universe. A dog's intuition also manifests during significant transitions, such as births and deaths. Many believe that dogs act as spiritual guides during these moments, offering comfort and energetic protection. This belief is common in various cultures, where dogs are seen as mystical beings that assist in crossing between worlds. There are also theories suggesting that dogs can sense variations in the planet's magnetic fields influenced by cosmic events. This magnetic sensitivity, already proven in other contexts, may be linked to a broader perception of the universe, allowing them to read subtle shifts in their connection to the world around them. Whether explained scientifically or spiritually, the relationship between dogs and the cosmos challenges us to expand our understanding of their capabilities. They remind us that life is interconnected by invisible forces and that these transcendental bonds may be felt by those most connected to nature. Dogs are much more than loyal companions, they are true sensory and spiritual guides, capable of perceiving the world in ways that defy our understanding. Their extraordinary abilities reveal the profound connection these animals share with the universe. They not only protect and comfort us but also teach us to connect with the unseen, with the energy that drives everything around us. The next time your dog behaves unusually, remember, they may be sensing something you have yet to notice. Listen, observe, and cherish this unique connection that only dogs can offer. After all, they are masters of sensitivity, helping us see beyond the obvious.